Hi everyone, I'm Grahtles and welcome to a new guide to our city skylines. So if you're new to my channel and you don't know what I do Let's Plays, tutorials, tips, tricks on city skylines. So if you like what you see, like, subscribe, comment, and share. So the last guide I made was a complete noobs guide. Basically, if you just bought the game, you had no idea how to start it up, what to do, it's that simple. I showed you really how to just get started. So today's episode, we're going to really show you a couple of basic, efficient ways to start a city with your entrance coming into your city. So if you haven't seen the first one, I'll put a link in the description below. You could check that out first if you have no idea really what to do with the game when you first get it. So without further ado, let's jump in and I'll show you a couple of very popular and efficient ways to start your city. Alright, so here we are, and the first way that most people like to start a city is to just basically go between the two roads, make a straight line, and come down by maybe 2,000, and then just go back in with our one-ways and connect it up. Now, the only thing I suggest on a way like this is to upgrade this middle road to a wider road. First off, I wouldn't really zone on this road because you really want this to be kind of for through traffic, but you do like a wider road for your through traffic. So I would definitely upgrade this, and that would be your major cost. And then to keep your costs down, I would definitely use your gravel roads and kind of zone in grids, so nothing despawns. So what I mean by that is when you do a straight line and a straight line and you upgrade, usually there's no problem upgrading the road. But when you do a road with curves, you have a bigger problem when you upgrade this that all these buildings will delete. So in the beginning, you really want to kind of stick with straight grids. It's a lot simpler to maintain, and also just for upgrading the roads later on, it just makes more sense. Now, eventually you can even upgrade this to a 6-lane, and I would also keep the roads branching off of the main road to a minimum. You really want long spans, and that keeps your traffic flowing. Eventually you could take this down and curve it over into here and stuff like that. So you can have a good amount of through traffic on just a simple straight road, but again, do not zone on it unless you put maybe one or two unique buildings stretched out. That would be my basic setup. That would get you started. It's very efficient as long as you maintain it. So here's the real simple basic setup. I got a little bit of industry over here. I left this open because after milestone 2 we do unlock farming, and you can convert that to non-polluting industry. I have our residents over here, a little bit of commercial zoned, and we're going to start this up and I'll show you how it works. So as you can see, we did not run out of money yet. We're still in the negative and everything's filling in quite nicely, but we will start to go into the positive really soon. And that is the first basic way to start a city. So we'll give it another minute and make sure we're making some money, and we'll go from there. Now, I did not run water over here, as you can see, but we are making money. We didn't go into the negative. We still have extra money. And in order to get this up and running, all we have to do is just go like that, and we're good to go. Alright, so a second popular way to start a city is basically take your first road. We're going to bring it down by, we'll go by 2,000 here. In cost, we'll come back with this one, and we'll connect them together. Then we'll upgrade this road to one-ways. We're going to switch the direction of this, and for good measure, just so people do not have to leave the city to come back, we'll just make them be able to turn around there. So now that you've got that set up just like that, it's super easy to just grab any road. You can do 2-lane, 4-lane, gravel, whatever you want, and just basically connect it right off of here. So I'm going to use a 4-lane. I'm going to come over to here, and that'll be for residential. Then I'm just going to grab one of my gravel roads, keep costs down, and I'm going to come on this side and put in a gravel road for industrial. Now, you could either connect it right directly to here, or another way would be to take your 4-lane, come over to the middle. We're going to use our elevation step. We're going to bring it up by 1, and that works. We're going to bring it out by 12 and drop it down. And we're going to do the same on this side, and then we'll just connect that to that and that to that. So that's super simple, except you're not connected to any part of the highway. So you'd go back, you'd grab your one-way, and basically you just connect this up like this, and there, you're connected. So a lot of people do start their city this way, and it works. I mean, it's efficient, it's easy, and you're really not zoning on here. Don't zone on these two. Again, you can later upgrade this to something that's a little bit more efficient, or if you have any trouble, at least you're not zoned on it. So I'm gonna go ahead, fill this out. I'll be right back, and I'll show you how it functions. Alright, so we're back, and here is our zoning. Now we could probably use a little bit more commercial, but this is just to show you that it will function. And we got our electric, our water, and the power ran. So let's go ahead, start it up, and see what we get. Alright, so there we go. We have a very easy start. Again, everybody can get around, get through, and we already hit Little Hamlets. So as you can see, we're in the positive with money, and you know, the traffic's flowing well, and this is a very popular way people start cities. So let's go ahead and move on to the third one. So here we are back with our third and last popular way that you can start a city. The first thing I'm going to do is just lay this little road out here, and I'm going to delete it. So now a roundabout. A roundabout is a very popular way people do start a city. You can either draw your own, or you can go into intersections, and once you put that little piece down and delete it, it unlocks a small roundabout. Now this is really tiny, but it'll work. You can either connect it directly and then loop it around to come back in, or you can turn it slightly and just put it like this right here. So now what you'd want to do is go into gravel roads and brace this. Now if you don't brace this, the next part will be much more complicated because you'll distort your roundabout. So what you're going to do is you're going to delete these guys right around the sides here like that. So you're going to go into your one-way roads and just connect this like that. So now you have a super simple way for people to get into your town, go around this loop, and then leave. So next, you can do your 4-lane right off of here. You can come straight from here. You can do your industry off of here. And I'm going to do a little setup, and I'll be right back. Alright, so here we are. We are back. We're going to do our residence and our commercial over here. We're going to do our industry here. And this is a through road for later on if we want to extend down. So I do have it zoned in, commercial, residential, then we have our industry, we have our power, and we have our intake and outtake of water. So again, I just want to show you, do you want your intake pipe this way and your outtake pipe this way? Because the water is flowing from left to right, and this way people are drinking the fresh water and the sewage is getting passed beyond that. So now that we have it set up, let's go ahead and get it started and see how it works. Now one thing I did forget to do is delete the brace in between. You want to do that so people do not drive across and they go and use the roundabout. But as you can see, it's functioning quite well. People are going in, using the roundabout, getting around where they need to go, and we are almost in the positive. Alright, there we go. We're starting to make some money. People are moving in. And this is the third popular way that people do start their cities. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this episode off here. I hope you enjoy the time-saving Noobs guide. And if you do, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think. And I'll see you next time. Bye.